everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to the start of another vlog. I'm not even going to say weekly or weekend or whatever because I feel like my schedule has been so off and like the end of the year, this holiday time, like things are weird. So I think this will probably be the whole week, maybe just till weekend. I don't even know, but welcome to the start of another messy probably vlog. So today is Monday and it's like 1:45. This morning, we ventured out, you guys. We went to Target. We had some returns, and then I have talked about it before. I use Native deodorant, and they had holiday scents, and you buy them at Target, and I really wanted to see if I could get some holiday scents before they were gone, but Target is on top of it. Christmas is done. Valentine's Day is the new thing, so they were all gone, but I did get a couple other bits and bobs, a coffee cup and 2 bowls and a bunch of like Target, the stuff you don't actually need. But I also tried a new kind of kombucha. And so, which you guys, I don't know if you watched, okay, so let's back this up. So the kombucha thing, I think I'm saying it right. Now I'm questioning everything, but Bree from In Love and Words loves it, drinks it every day, etc., etc. So she there's I don't think she started it, but there was a challenge going around to try it and see if you're team yum or team yuck. We were team meh. It was okay. I bought this Synergy brand. I think Jeremy ended up finishing it, but I was like, it's not bad, but I'm not going to buy it again. Well, so today it was like frazzled to get out of the house. We were going to meet my sister at Target, and so it was a mess. I forgot my water, which if you ever forget your water when you're out and about, it's like you're instantly parched. It happens every time. So there was Hum brand, and it was ginger lemonade, and Hum Zero, I think, because it has 0 sugar or something. I don't know. And so I got that, and it wasn't bad. Like that one, I would maybe drink. It just kind of tasted like fizzy ginger, though. So if you don't like ginger, you would not like it at all. But it was okay. I think like I may be onto the kombucha thing. I may get in that. I don't really know. But there's kombucha squashes and kombucha drinks. I think I have that right. And we really like the squash, and so I always get the words confused in my head, this is such a tangent. I'm sorry. We're starting off strong with the tangents, but the word plethora, I think is how you say it. For some reason, I cannot get that in my head that it's plethora. I always used to say plethora, and people would laugh, and like I got made fun of a lot because I don't know why that word was like even around, like why I was trying to use it. Just come up with a different word, but I didn't, and so I misused it multiple times, and that is some of the most embarrassing moments of my life. So there's that little insider knowledge for you. But so that is what we did all morning. We went to Target, and then there's a buy nothing group around here, and so I am pretty active on it. I think I've talked about it. I like to give stuff away, and then we also got some like hanging cups that I'm going to put in our little homeschool dining room, playroom, call it what you will, room. And I think I'm going to hang them up high, and they're going to be for like glue sticks and things that I don't really trust my toddler with. But I may also put like a bar or a rack or something in there so she can put markers and that kind of things in them. I don't know. It was just really cute freebie. And then another, I think, former teacher was giving away some like different school supplies as far as like banners and things like that. So we picked those up, and then went to the bank and just like ran errands. And you guys, it feels so good. Like we have not gone in a store in probably like 9 months, and it was stressful because of course like my 2-year-old has not been in a store for 9 months, which means she wanted to touch everything. But we were masked, and then I sanitized her and washed her hands, and I'm just hoping like that amount of normalcy was really positive and great for me. And I have been open about it before. I am really, really struggling with anxiety right now, to the extent that like I've always been an anxiety sufferer, but never to this point. And I don't know if it's a postpartum thing or if it's just our world, you guys. I kind of feel like we have gotten so, like I have a problem getting stuck in my own head as it is. And then when you're literally like stuck in your own world over and over, and like you can focus on and dwell on things, especially with kids, I feel like that's kind of got me trapped. And so going out and, the risk was worth the reward, I think today. We'll see. So today is like 30 degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to rain, snow, sleet, ice, something high of like 20 something. So I'm like bracing for the impact of being inside. But we got our outing this morning and it was really great. So as far as reading goes, when we finished the last vlog, I was in the middle of two things. So one of them is this Tales from Another Mother Runner. This is by Dimitri McDowell and Sarah Bowen Shea. And this I'm really enjoying. This is just a bunch of stories about moms and running and how you balance both, and it's very like friendly, and I really enjoy it. The only thing I'm not liking about this is that like a lot of the moms that are featured in this, their biggest struggle is like comparison with other people and saying like they're not as fast, or kind of degrading themselves because they are not as fast or as whatever. And for me, like, speed was something that I enjoyed, like, but that was never like the focus of it for me. I have been a runner just because I enjoy the endorphins. I love races, and not for the sense of like I want to win my age group. If it happens, it happens, but like just the sense of like camaraderie around running. And so maybe that says something about me. Maybe it says something, yeah, I don't know, that I'm not like an ambitious enough runner. I don't know, but I think the focus on like comparison in both the physical and the speed and that kind of stuff is a little bit distracting and off-putting, but I'm not that far into it, so it may get better on that. But then the other thing I read was The Perfect Marriage, and this is an arc from NetGalley, and it came out Tuesday, December 29th, so tomorrow when I'm filming this, but it'll already be out by the time you see it. And this one is about a husband and wife. She is a very powerful defense lawyer. He is a writer, and he's kind of struggling, has not written anything for a while. He's got a mistress on the side, and they have a lake house, and so this mistress is found stabbed to death in their lake house. And so the rest of the book is the whodunit, and he is the prime suspect, so he is arrested for it, and she decides to be his lawyer. So it's her defending her husband, and I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought that it was entertaining enough, but like if I set it down, I was not like super excited to go back to it. And I am not great at guessing plot twists, and yet I guessed it halfway through. And or maybe even before that, I don't know. Like I guessed it pretty darn early, and that was like the only big twist. And so it was okay. Like I said, I enjoy the writing styles. It's told from dual perspective between both the husband and the wife. I think their names are Adam and Sarah, and they're short chapters, so I really loved that. And like once you were in it, it was really easy to like keep in it and keep rolling with it. But like if I set it down, I wasn't like dreading picking it back up, but I wasn't also like, I gotta go pick that up because it's so good. So there's also just like, I didn't like either of our characters, which is fine. I don't think you necessarily need to. And in theory, in thrillers, it's kind of common that I don't. But it was just kind of weird. I don't know. I didn't feel the empathy that I kind of wanted to, if that makes any sense. So I'm not going to say anything more about that because it is a thriller. I would give it 3.5 stars. I would say if you are very, very new to the thriller genre, maybe check it out. It is both a domestic thriller kind of and a courtroom drama kind of. And it's just a very basic, very simple thriller. And it was enjoyable for what it is, but nothing exceptional. So those are the two things I'm reading. I have not started anything else to replace The Perfect Marriage. And today is December 28th. I need one more book to hit 352. So it may be this one, but I only have this one physically. And you guys, the pages are long. They are like very small, very long, very large. And so I don't know if I'll finish this or not. I have a lot of other stuff to do, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll finish this before the new year. I'll probably pick up something on audio or ebook or something later. I just don't know what, and it probably won't be until bedtime. So I am quickly losing my light, so I will just check in when I have another update. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday at 1:15, and I'm just about to film a TGI Friend Day, but I thought first I would hop on here and say hello, good morning, good day. It's the middle of the day on Tuesday, but today is like so dark outside. It looks like it's like the middle of the night, and it is 1:15, and it's been like freezing rain. They had said maybe snow, but it hasn't been quite cold enough to be like actual snow or stick. It's just ice pellets, which is wonderful because they're just not prepared for that, like on the road. So I've heard the roads are really bad, and it's just a gross, gross, gross day. So this morning, Ainsley and I got our dining room all cleared out and started bringing up stuff for, like, I'm going to make that their arts and crafts kind of school, whatever room, like not necessarily a playroom, but like a learning room, and like where I can put all of the like sensory bins and things that I have for them. They're all going to go in there. And so that is really, really nice. And having our dining room like table in the kitchen area is really nice. Maybe I'll try to take a video at some point during this week so you can see what I'm talking about, but right now it's all in progress. But that's what Ainsley and I did, and in between trying to get Annie to take a nap, which didn't happen, and la-di-da-di-da-di-da. So as far as reading goes, I have been reading more of this Tales from Another Mother Runner, and I'm still really enjoying it, just kind of making my way through. And then I picked up Confessions of a Domestic Failure. For some reason, I had this in my head that it was nonfiction, and I think because I first found out about this author from a book she has called Toddlers Are A-Holes, and all about like different, she has another book called Honest Toddler or something like that, like, and I think they're all nonfiction. I don't really know. So the whole time I'm like reading this book, listening on audio, and I'm like halfway thinking it's a nonfiction, and then the main character's name is Ashley, and I'm like, wait, that is not her name. And so then I read, it is a complete fiction, and it's really funny. It's just about this woman who is a mom of like I don't know how old her daughter is, 8 months, 10 months, something. She's got one daughter, and she is like following this mommy guru, like the Martha Stewart of momming, and all of the ridiculous things that she says you need to do, and like how to be in shape and all of this stuff, and like be a good wife, be a good mom. And it's just so funny. And she's a domestic failure, she says. And so it's funny, it's entertaining. I'm listening to it on Hoopla, and so far I'm really enjoying it. So those are the two things I'm reading. This afternoon, I'm going to film this clip, and then it is so perfect for reading weather. So I'm really, really hoping I can get both of my kids to nap from 2 to 4 at least. And I can do just some reading, maybe turn on the fireplace and just be cozy, because it's cold, it's gloomy, and I need it. It's good for my soul. These are the kind of days that, like, if I didn't have a family and stuff, it would just be 100% cozy couch day. But but that's obviously not in the cards. So that is everything. I will check in later. Hey everyone, it is Wednesday, and I'm going to make this clip as quick as I can because I'm sitting outside just to get some quiet, but it is cold, you guys. This morning was so fun. It was just a Mama and Ainsley morning. Jeremy kept Annie, and Ainsley and I went to a town that's like 20 minutes away because we had to return a present, and they only have the store in that town, not in our town, so we had to return that. And then their library is also doing a New Year's Eve at noon tomorrow for little kids. And so part of it is a craft. So we went to go get the craft from their library. We used to go there pre-COVID at least once a month because they would have a fill-a-bag for $5 on the first Friday or something of every month. And so we would go there all the time because it was just wonderful. And like I just have such a great library system. So we went there, and she has been asking to go to this town because Jeremy went there one day for work, and since then she like wants to know what's going on. So we go, and it's just a really quiet, quaint little town, and it's really cute. They really just have like the one main downtown, like one street. And so we went down there, and they've got all sorts of things to see, and the store we needed to go to and the library are like on the same block. So we just parked in the middle kind of and then walked, and it is so cold, you guys. But like my child does not feel cold. I think I've said that before. So we had a really good time. And you guys, so they were having the fill-a-bag for $5, and the room is right next to the kids' room. I was not even gonna go down to the basement to look, but we had to get the craft thing. And so we go down there, and like I just pull the top bag off of the pile because they have like 2 big boxes full of bags. So I pull the top bag out of the pile, and it's like a Hobby Lobby massive bag. I think I put a clip in of like Ainsley's body for comparison. It was huge, And so we filled it with kids' books, with adult books. The haul for this month is going to be out of control. Out of control. And like I took the bag up and it was like busting at the seams, so full. And it's this huge Hobby Lobby craft bag. And so I brought it up and I was like, well, we filled a bag, but if this needs to be like multiple bags, that's fine, because it's really just like the Kroger stacks. And so I was like, if we need to pay for more, and she's like, nope, just $5. And so then here I am, like this bag is about to bust, and I'm trying to walk down this street in this little tiny town, and then we see somebody from my town going into the store where we returned the gift. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what are the odds? Why are you in this little town? And so I got out and talked to her, and they had just given me a gift card because that's just, I guess, their policy. And it's a store that like we would never use anything from. And so I was thinking, like, what am I going to do with this gift card? They don't have like an online purchasing thing. Like you have to buy in store. And so I'm thinking in my head, like, who can I give this to? And so she was walking in the store, and I was like, well, hey, do you want a $30 gift card? And so she bought it from me, which is just like the happiest accident. And it was a sweet, sweet lady that I haven't seen in probably a year because of COVID. And so it was really great to catch up with her, and in the oddest of places. Like, it was just so fun. It was the best day. And like, we were driving home, and Ainsley said, Mama, I'm just so happy. And I was like, oh, you poor child of quarantine. It really doesn't take much to make you happy. But she had a great time, and it was so fun. And then we came home and made lunch. And then today is the 30th. And every month I still take Ainsley's picture. So we took a picture for her 35-month birthday. And it's just sad that like next month she'll be 3. And so there's that. And then this afternoon it's just dinner, and that's about it. And then tomorrow's the last day before Jeremy's off work for a 3-day week. So it's a good day. So as far as reading goes, I am shocked to say that I finished this Tales from Another Mother Runner. And I'm giving it 2 stars, and honestly, I did not read it cover to cover once I got about halfway through, because this is just a bunch of different tales of different people and their stories with running, but they're very short, and they're almost like race specific. And I just, like, for me to love a book like this is definitely more about running than motherhood, and it's more about running than anything. And like how people train, and which is the things I've said I love, but this book is so big I have to like hold this way out here, but it's the things I said I love, but like you don't get to know the women at all. And so I'm like, I don't really care. Like I mean, it's just generic running facts is how it came across to me. So this one started off so strong, and then I read the parts that I wanted to, and just gave it 2 stars because I really think it was not as personal as I wanted it to be. And this is book 3 in a series, so maybe 1 and 2, because what got me in the beginning was the author's story. Like, she just told a little introduction about her story. And so maybe if I read number 1 and 2, I would get more of like a deeper dive into individual stories as opposed to just little blurbs from a ton of people. So I finished that. And then I also finished Confessions of a Domestic Failure. And this one I gave 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Like, once I realized it was a fiction book just about this woman who she like signs up for this boot camp for this Martha Stewart-esque mother, and all of these things you're supposed to do as a woman, a wife, a mother, and all these things you're supposed to be, and just how ridiculous they are. And so it ends in like this boot camp where they're all together, and it was a really like good ending, sweet. It was just a funny, if you are a mom, especially of young children, I think you would find a laugh somewhere in here. And 4 stars. It was not like the best book I've ever read, but it was a fun women's fiction, and I enjoyed it. So now I think I'm going to pick up Noisemakers, which is a middle grade graphic novel all about women who have changed history. And so I think I'm going to pick that up during nap time and just see how far I can get in that. I'm going to go sit by the fire, be nice and cozy, and that'll be it. So I will check in later. is Thursday, and it's like 3:05, and I am just getting on to give you a little update. So yesterday, Ainsley helped me stack all of these books. Those are all haul books for this month, you guys. It's going to be a big haul. So she helped me like get them all organized to what I bought, what I was gifted, what the publisher sent, like all of that. And she's just such a great helper. Like this stage is so fun. She's almost 3 and she's just the best little helper. So she helped me do that last night. And then we just had dinner and went to bed. Like I don't feel like we really did anything. Yesterday was my father-in-law's birthday. So we called him and we took Ainsley's picture, and that was about everything. So this morning we have just been like go, go, go. And we went to get things laminated, and you guys, it's like $3.25 per square foot to do like bigger things, because you guys may have seen I got a laminator for Christmas, but it's like a small one. It can only do anything like a letter size or less. And so this laminator, like I wanted to get some posters and like some strips for the like banner type things for the top of this room, and I was like, all right, whatever, we'll just hang it up high enough that it doesn't get destroyed. And if it does, like, it was going to cost me like $100 to laminate the stuff I had. And like, it's like maybe $20 worth of stuff. Not even, I don't think. And so I was like, it just mind boggled me. But then we also went to the liquor store and bought Jeremy a make your own 6-pack. And so that's going to be a fun little New Year's Eve gift. And we called him on the way home, and Ainsley tried to tell him all about it. But thankfully, it's going to be a surprise. It'll be really fun. So then we did a New Year's Eve. So there was a story time at the library. And then we had balloons and streamers and like a wand and like the noisemaker and we just have had all sorts of stuff. So then balloons have been so fun. We love playing hot potato with balloons. So it's been just a really fun day. And we worked on getting her little schoolroom, whatever, cleaned up and like put stuff on the walls, and I will put a picture whenever it's finally done. I don't know if it'll be this vlog or the next one, but I also, like, somebody gave me a dry erase calendar, and so it's like really cute. I was really excited. I put it in the like hallway where I have my computer and stuff, and I was going to use it as my YouTube calendar, and I still might, but it starts on a Monday, and I'm so used to calendars starting on Sunday that it's like really, really throwing me off. So now it's like I get why it was a freebie, but that's what we've done. And then we're just moving furniture. Like, we're just totally rearranging today, which is so fun and great. I love it. And we're trying to like clear counter space in the kitchen because we just have too much stuff on the counter. Like, I have my crock pot out all the time, and I don't use it that much. It needs to be put away, but we don't have a ton of kitchen storage, so blah, 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 blah. We're just trying to reorganize, and I love it. So now, like I said, it's like 3 o'clock, and I think I'm going to go lay down and read, but I need to be up at 4 o'clock because for New Year's Eve dinner, we do fondue dinners. So we have my mom's fondue pot, and I'm going to do vegan cheese fondue. So it's like potatoes, chickpeas, or any like canned bean, cashews, and then a bunch of seasonings and nutritional yeast and that kind of stuff. And you put it in the fondue pot, and then I've got some Jimmy John's bread, and so any crunchy bread, and then I'll do some steamed broccoli, some steamed zucchini, some apples, some potatoes. I'm gonna roast. I think I'm gonna air fry potatoes, so they'll be kind of like French fries. And then I'm trying to think anything else I might put in there. Probably that's it. That's 2 veggies, a fruit, and 2 starches. Oh, and then like these like hot dog things. That'll be a little extra protein. So we're doing that, and that is something like when I was a kid, my mom would do cheese fondue just kind of like as an appetizer, and we would have just bread with it, I think. I mean, that's all I remember. But it was so fun, and like now that I'm an adult, it kind of freaks me out. We're all dipping out of the same pot, like whatever, that freaks me out a little bit, but it'll be no big deal because tonight I'll put the kids on their plates individually and just have the pot in the middle. And so, because otherwise it's like way too hot. And my children, both of them, it seems, but definitely Ainsley, likes cold or room temperature food only. She will not eat things that are warm. And like I found that out when she was first starting food. Like if it was warm, she wouldn't touch it no matter what it was. And so it really makes my life easy because I can prep her plate at any point and I don't have to worry about keeping it warm or anything like that. So that's really nice. Um, but so we're gonna do fondue tonight. There was one other place that was having like a New Year's Eve on Facebook Live, and so I might see if that's recorded, if we can do another one tonight, because she doesn't really understand. Like she understands the countdown and like being excited, and we've had dance parties. Kids Bop has like a celebratory playlist or something, so we've had a lot of dance parties, and it's just been a fun day. So last night I did not pick up noisemakers because after all of these, like organizing all these haul books, I'm like, I have got to be reading off my shelf or off NetGalley. Like the library books are great and I'm still going to sprinkle them in, but I need to do it less. And I was down to just Noisemakers and Always the Last to Know, I think is the last one. And I really want to read that one. So I think I'm going to put Noisemakers aside for now. And instead I picked up The Forever Girl by Jill Shalvis. And this is the sixth in her Wildstone series, and so far I am loving it. It is an arc. It comes out January 12th, I think, and I'm just loving it so far. I'm not that far into it, but this is a second chance romance. It's found family. It's about this family of siblings who some are foster kids, like they grew up as foster children, and the bond between the siblings as well as like the fallouts and things. One of the siblings died, and I think one of the, like our main character, I think feels responsible for it, and then one of the siblings is getting married, so they all come back together and have to like work out some squabbles, and I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. It is so good. So far it's like my favorite in the Wildstone series, but I'm maybe 20% of the way through, so I think I'm gonna go lay down and read it. But I'm down to like 45 minutes before I need to get up. And so sometimes I'm like, is it even worth getting all like cozy and relaxed? Or should I just like keep doing stuff? Because there's still so much like we need to move around. Or I've done laundry today, so that's good. Check that off the list. I've lifted today. So if you saw my goals video, I have done that. I have not done the plank challenge, but I've been doing that at night, like right before bed. And so I'm going to do that later. Like I've really done all the things I must do today, so I think I'm just going to do it and maybe start at 4:15 instead of 4. I don't know. I'm probably going to regret that because it's always chaotic feeding Annie and then getting dinner prepped and getting everybody snacks and this and that and the other. But so it goes. So that is everything. I will check in later. Hey everyone, it is Friday, January 1st. Welcome to 2021. We made it. And it feels good to be in a fresh new year because you guys, last night we went outside, we cleared out our garage and we had some leftover fireworks from 4th of July, just some like snappers and some sparklers. And so we went out in the garage to do that. And you guys, I dropped my phone. I do that a lot. I have like multiple cases to keep this sucker safe, and so far so good. And this happened. Can you see that bright line in the middle of my phone? I've never even heard of this as a possibility. Screen is not cracked anywhere, nothing going on, but this line is like pierce your eyeballs bright when you see it in real life, and you can't see anything behind it. And so I'm like, we almost made it out of 2020. We had 4 hours left. It was 8 o'clock, 7:30 maybe, and my phone broke. And so Jeremy was like, well, good thing tomorrow's not a national holiday, so you can't go get it fixed. So that's that. So my goal for 2021 has been to be on my phone less, and by golly, this is going to make that happen because it like makes my eyes hurt so bad that it kind of makes me queasy. And so I've never heard of that, but I did a lot of reading, and apparently it's a thing, and it's like a hardware problem, and I don't know. My phone is almost 2 years old, which seems like nowadays, like you have to get phones all the dang time, but I'm going to take it in to Geek Squad tomorrow, or someday soon, maybe not tomorrow, probably not tomorrow, but soon, and see if they can fix it. But you guys, that was like the way to end 2020. Like you were a sucker of a year, and there you go. So, but my two highlights of 2020 were my daughter. We had Annie in June, and booktube. Honestly, like booktube has been just such a great thing for me. So um, welcome to 2021. I have high hopes. This will be a better year, and I just filmed a TGI Friend Day, and it was so fun. And so I have high hopes for this year. So as far as reading goes, last night I finished The Forever Girl, and I was really like trying to. I finished it at like 2 in the morning, but I'm counting it. Partially because like December was kind of a rough month for me. Like I had a lot of pretty low rated books, but this one was so good. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. My only complaint is that the main girl, Maze, I think is her name. She was kind of like a not like your other girls trope, and I really don't like that at all. And so I don't know. That part was like, eh. But this was definitely my favorite in the Wildstone series. So this is book 6, I think, in the Wildstone series, but it is a companion series. You do not need to read it in order by any means. And this book comes out January 12th. And so thank you to NetGalley and the publishers for letting me to read it early. But what this book is about Maze. She is going back to Wildstone because her estranged sister is getting married. So Maze is one of 3 kids who were foster kids in this family. There was 2 biological children and 3 foster children, all of which had come into the family at different points in their life. But then their house burns down, and one of the biological children is killed, and that separates the family because the foster children all obviously have to go to different homes because the family is in temporary housing and et cetera, et cetera. Well, they got back together, I think maybe every year at the boy who died, he was 9 years old when he died. And so they went back to his gravestone every year, I think, on his birthday, and to like be there and reunite and whatever. But then one year they have a big fight, and it kind of estranges Maze. Maze is a very she has a lot of walls, and like all of these characters are very, very real and very hardened, not necessarily hardened, that's not the right word, but they're all very messy, I guess. They all have very real stories with real life going on, and Maze is no exception. She had come from a single parent household where the mom had some issues and she had some boyfriends that were abusive to Maze, and so she has like a lot going into this family, and then this kind of like rejection that she almost feels when they don't fight for her after the fire. She really internalizes that, and now as an adult she's just got a lot of things that really make her very real and very hardened and very not letting other people in. But there is that element of not like your other girls, because her and one of the other foster children named Walker, they have like a romantic history. So this is kind of a second chance romance. It's definitely found family. It is great for sibling relationships. Like those 3 things are things I love. So I loved seeing that in this book. And like this book was so great to me. And so they're all going back for Caitlin's wedding. Caitlin is the biological daughter of this family. And so they get back together, and they've all been somewhat estranged, but Maze the most. And Caitlin, like, you get to see all of their stories in little bits, but like in ways that I just felt like it was the perfect balance. So Caitlin was the oldest as well as the only biological child. So she felt a lot of responsibility for like everybody else, as well as like making them feel like they are a true part of the family. And so I think she kind of started living her life like according to shoulds and according to like what she felt like would be the best for everybody and the best on paper and that kind of thing, and not necessarily listening to her heart or what she needs. And so I think her story is great. She's about to get married, but again, it's like, is it because this is like kind of the right thing to do? Or is it because I love this guy and I want to spend the rest of my life with him? And then Maze comes back. She obviously has those other issues. Walker comes back. He is kind of like almost got some masochism, and also definitely like he wants to protect everybody, and he feels a strong responsibility to protect everybody. So he's kind of got his things going on. And then Heather is the youngest, and I think she was quite a bit younger than the rest of them, but I don't really know. And now she comes back, and she's got a big secret that she's been hiding. And so all of them coming back together, just figuring out how to bond, and all of that is just so great. And then the parents come into play for just a really little bit, but I love this book. I honestly, I gave it 4.5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend you pick it up. And that's what I read. So that's how I ended 2020, which is great because, like I said, it was kind of a rough month. And I've been like holding off on favorites and all of that kind of stuff because I was like, I don't have a favorite for December really, but loved that one and would highly recommend. So I am going to end this vlog here. It is Friday, like I said, it's almost noon, and so I'm going to start another vlog just because New Year's, nice and fresh. We're just going to do a fresh new vlog and let that be that. So that is it. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of the stuff I read, let me know, and I hope you had a wonderful, safe, happy New Year.